I'll be with
Hello everybody, good afternoon. How's it going? I've been talking in the chat to you guys. I liked that song too. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see a title of the song. I looked for the title, but it just says Vlog playlist, no copyright. So maybe if you play that on YouTube, you can find it again. So how's everyone doing today? Lolly, nice to see you back in the chat. I missed you last week. Good to have you back. And a lot of other familiar names that I'm happy to see as well. So hello Majid, hello everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Happy Tuesday. Of course, 3 o'clock here in Vancouver. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day. We've had some really nice hot weather. And yeah, looking forward to my hour with you guys. So today we are talking about future, and I wanted to start off this hour with a question for you guys. So I'm going to type my question in the chat, and you guys can answer it in the chat. So the question was, what is something that you are looking forward to in your life? Hello, Ravenel. Angola in the house. Right on. Awesome. Hi, Maria and Farah, Vladimir. Nice to see you all. Maria, welcome. Welcome. So I have put a question for you guys in the chat. Yosenias from Brazil. Hello there. Good, good. So we are talking about future today. So I wanted to ask, what is something that you guys are looking forward to in your life right now? And if you're not sure what looking forward to means, it's a phrasal verb to use when you are excited for something in your future. It can be big, small, near future, far future. It doesn't matter, just something that you're excited for. Lolly, you're looking forward to visiting Canada. Awesome. I hope that happens soon. And some other people, if you want to add to the chat, that would be awesome. We are speaking about the future today. So I thought it would be a nice warm-up to share some things that you are looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the long weekend. Very near future, this weekend is a long weekend in Canada. So I'm looking forward to having Monday off and maybe going to Vancouver Island for the weekend. Nayarana, you are looking forward to waiting for your new job. Good. Or maybe you could say you're looking forward to getting a new job. And Ivan, you're looking forward to improving your English. Good. After to, the preposition, we use an ing gerund. Majid, you're looking forward to learning more than 2 languages. Good. What is the next language you want to learn? Kazawa, you're looking forward to quitting teaching. Okay. Maybe you are burnt out or craving a career change. That's always good. Yeah. Farah, you are looking forward to going on vacation, you could say. Or you could say to getting vacation. That's also good. Igor, looking forward to eating the dinner you're about to finish. What are you having? That sounds yummy. Cristiano, I'm looking forward to being an English teacher. You should use ing after to. So the expression has 3 parts. Look forward to, okay? And then ing. Lali, I'm looking forward to speaking fluent English. Good. Or you're looking forward to speaking English fluently is another option. Amal, I'm looking forward to my next adventure in a new country. That's great. And as you can see, that's a great sentence. You don't have to have ing after to. It's just a common pattern. But that's a great sentence, Amal, as well. You're looking forward to your next adventure in a new country. Maria, I'm looking forward to, you could say, going to France. Maybe Spanish, Majid. Yeah, you're right. I've heard that. I don't speak Spanish well, but I've heard it's quite similar to English in certain ways. Vladimir, looking forward to beginning a new video blog. Cool. What topic? Wow, there are so many good answers. I want to read them all. Michaeli, I'm looking forward to reading a book called 1984 that you bought. Oh, great. I love reading. That's awesome. Maria, good for you. It's very rewarding to teach people, for sure. I'm looking forward to moving to a new town. Pillar, good. I'm looking forward to finding a new apartment as well. I want to change my apartment. Hawa, looking forward to teaching Mandarin Chinese and the Vietnamese language. Very good. Good for you. You must be great with languages. Okay. So, Nayarana. Well, usually it would be a noun clause, Nayarana. Like, I'm looking forward to, like the earlier example, I'll use it again. I'm looking forward to my next great adventure, which would be good, or I'm looking forward to my time in Europe, for example. So, yeah, good. Gertie, you are looking forward to visiting your daughter in Montreal. That's awesome. And yes, we will continue. Good, you're looking forward to watching Kent's lecture tomorrow. That's awesome. Good. Well, let me change the screen and we'll get started. Thank you for sharing, everyone. I enjoyed your sentences and what you are looking forward to. It all sounds exciting and awesome. So, we are talking today about the future. Let me make it nice and big here. That's a little better, and maybe a little too big there. Okay, let's go over this little dialogue here. We've got 2 speakers, a group of people First question, what are you doing after school? Answer, we might go shopping. Would you like to join us? Invitation. And then the first speaker answers, sure, I'll meet you outside after class. So here we have a few of the different grammar points that we're going to talk about today. We've got present continuous, okay? Usually if we ask about people's plans, we use present continuous or, of course, be going to. And then we have our modal might, and this is to talk about when you are unsure of your plans. And finally, we have modal will, which we use if we're talking in the moment of speaking or if we're making predictions, okay? Lolly, in this case, we could not say we must go shopping. I mean, yes, definitely you could say that, but it's kind of strange because this is really, really strong obligation. In this case, the context is not really appropriate for strong obligation. Unless you have a very, very important purchase that you need to make, and then maybe it would be more urgent, but generally must is really strong and this situation is more casual. Vladimir, that's a good point, and you know there are some different arguments when it comes to future and if you consider it a tense or not. There are many debates going on with that, for sure. So let's talk about the future. Continuing on, like I said, when we discuss the future, you will commonly hear the modal will and the phrase be going to, and sometimes present tense. Present continuous, even present simple is used to describe future. If we're not really sure, we use may or might. And if we're using may or might in this context, the same meaning. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay. Yes, Maria, we can use present simple for future. And mostly that is about timetable events, like the bus leaves in 20 minutes, okay, when it's a strict timetable event. Okay, so let's go through some examples here. First sentence here, talking about the future using will. We'll have a wonderful time. This would be an example of using will to make a prediction, okay, which we're actually going to talk more about predictions next week in more detail. Here, it's going to be a busy weekend. This is another case of sort of making a prediction, opinion, prediction, be going to. And here, Jane is leaving the country next week. So here we have present continuous, and this is to signify more definite plans in the future. Okay, using the present continuous helps the listener understand that it's definitely happening what you are talking about. And usually we add more details with those type of sentences with present continuous. Next sentence, I'm feeling a little sick. I might go to bed early tonight. Again, if you're not so sure about your plan, we can use may or might. Maria, I'm about to, is a phrase that we use when we are going to do something very soon. So, yeah, you could say I'm about to go get a coffee, you know, or I'm about to hit the gym. It is future, but very, 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 very close future, I guess. The movie starts at 11 p.m. Exactly, Majid. Assuming that the movie is at a movie theater, this would be a scheduled event. Good. Okay, so let's start with going over the modal will. Yeah, Rami, it's true. There are different things that you have to pick from, and hopefully today's lesson will help you guys with being more confident with those future decisions that you make, which words to use, which phrases to use. I hope this helps. So, Vladimir asks, Jane is leaving the country next week. Jane will leave the country next week. What's the difference? Well, generally, you shouldn't use will in this situation because it's a plan that she has thought about and she has planned. This is what we're going to talk about right now is will. I find in my teaching experience that students use will a little too much when they're talking about future. Like on a Friday, if I ask my students in class, what are you guys doing this weekend? I often hear students say like, I will go to Whistler, or I will go to the shopping mall. But it's obvious that they have thought about these plans before, so they should not be using will. Actually, they should be using be going to or present continuous. I'm going to Whistler, or I'm going to the shopping mall. Okay? Hi, Hashim. Okay, so will is used for predictions, but today we're talking about in the moment of speaking. So this means that you haven't thought about your plan really a lot. It's just coming out in the moment, in the present conversation. Yeah, you're right, Nawar. We do sometimes mix it. We're guilty of breaking grammar rules all the time, unfortunately. So, Muez seems to be, you're just kind of guessing about a situation. Like, Jessica seems to be unhappy. It's not really future, it's more present, guessing about her. Okay, so decisions made at the moment of speaking, we usually use will. Let's look at some examples. I'm tired. I think I'll take a short nap. Okay, so obviously this is something that it's not really a plan, it's more in the moment. Okay. I don't think I'll go to the party tonight. Again, maybe this is something you're saying just in the moment. Let's start making dinner. I'll make the salad. This is an offer in the moment. Ivan, your sentence, if you say, I will play Xbox at night, if this is something you're thinking about, it's a personal plan, it's better to say, I'm going to play Xbox tonight. I'm going to play Xbox tonight. Hello, Emad. Will, when we speak and make decisions in the moment. Lolly, this weekend you're going to a party and you're planning it with your friends. Perfect. Yeah, continuous is good tense to use. So, we'll talk about a few different categories. So, there are different categories that are commonly using will for the future. It's not only these categories, but let's go over some common ones. So, first, offering to do something. If you're in the moment with your friends and you're talking about a problem that your friend has, maybe you will offer to help them. Like, don't worry, I will make dinner for us tonight. Okay? So, let's have dinner at my house tonight. A suggestion. I'll make spaghetti. This is an offer. Okay? The other person might say, okay, great. I'll bring some wine. Okay, this is another offer. This is in the moment. Okay, Imen, going to, be going to, and will are both used for predictions in the future, but will is used for in the moment speaking about the future. Imagine you're driving with a friend and they have their hands full with cups, drinks, or something. So you say, oh, don't worry, I'll open the door for you. An offer in the moment. You would not say, I'm going to open the door for you. Okay? Agreeing to do something. Let's see here. Do you want to get together tonight? you could not know this question would be asked to you, so it's in the moment. And you could say, sure, I'll come over after dinner. Or sure, I'll call you later. Sure, I'll text you in an hour. Okay, agreeing to do something. Promises, we also use promises. Let me see. Vladimir, I'm not sure if I understand your question. This is the modal verb will. The modal verb will has many different uses. This is one of the uses to talk about the future. There are other uses for will. For example, first conditional and requests. Okay. Let's see here. Promises. So we can do promises using will. We should get together this weekend. I'll give you a call. It's kind of like an unspoken promise that you will call that person to get together on the weekend. Do something social. Here, a request. Could I borrow some money? I'll pay you back tomorrow, I promise. Okay, so using will. The next category, Ravenel, sorry, you have a question. One day I'm gonna be a president, or one day I will be a president. Both are correct because it's a prediction, okay? And just make sure gonna, when you spell it that way, is very informal. It's good for, you know, texting with your friends, but if you want more correct writing, you would need to say, one day I'm going to be a president. One day I will be a president. Both are correct because it's a prediction. Confident prediction. It's good. Ivan, I won't make dinner. Good. We don't really need the, just I won't make dinner. Okay? But if you've been thinking about it, it should be I'm not going to make dinner. Okay? So, Amal, I feel sleepy now. I'll go to sleep because I'm going shopping with friends tomorrow. Good, Amal. So just make sure you delete to before shopping. It's not necessary to have to, okay? Because it's present continuous with a gerund ing. I'm going shopping, okay? So asking someone to do something, aka a request, could be in the future. Will you give me a hand this weekend? Okay. Or will you please close the door? It's pretty cold in here. This is actually a request in the moment, like, you know, present tense, really. All right. So I want to go to my document. I will share this document with you guys, as always, at the end of the class. But let's talk about some more plans in the moment, okay? So in the moment of speaking is the important thing to remember. These are not about your personal plans that you have spent a lot of time thinking about before you start talking. So in the moment conversations. Let's look at these examples and I'll finish them for you. So speaker A, speaker B, two different speakers. Imagine this situation, okay? You're talking to a friend and they say, hey, do you want to come to the gym with me later? You would use will in your answer. Sure, I will give you a call later on. Okay, that could be a potential answer using will in this case. We would not use be going to, we would not use present continuous because this is in the moment. And Gertie, that's a very good point. It is. There's a lot of ways of expressing the future, for sure. Oh, Rami, if Vladimir meant that, then, you know, someone's will is a totally different, it's a noun. It's not a modal verb. It's the noun. So the noun has a totally different meaning. It's, you know, somebody's wishes after they die, what they want done with all of their belongings and their money and everything like that, their property. Okay, next example. And if anyone is unsure what a potluck is, maybe somebody can answer the question in the chat. So speaker A says to the group, I want to have a potluck this weekend. So the other speaker could say, okay, that sounds great. I will make the salad. Okay? This could be an example of an offer to do something in the moment. We would not say, I'm going to make a salad. We would not say, I'm making a salad, because you haven't thought about this before. It's in the moment. Okay? It's very important to remember that these situations just happen. You can't plan them. You couldn't know they were going to happen. It's just everyday conversations with people. For Vieira, your question here, do you want to come to the gym with me later? Sure, I'll give you a call later on. It's pretty much a commitment to go to the gym, but they still have to talk again later on to make a specific time. But, when you're saying sure, it's an agreement. So it's not a solid commitment here, but it's definitely a commitment. Potluck. Good, Lolly. Potluck is a meal, and it means everybody contributes food. So I really love potlucks. They're pretty common in Canada, probably all over the world, but they're great because you always have a lot of food, and people bring different dishes, different types of food, appetizers, main dishes, desserts, salads, sides, lots of different things. So it's good. Next, person A in a conversation, I will help you move this weekend if you do me a favor in return. So this is actually a first conditional sentence. Perhaps speaker B asked speaker A, can you help me move this weekend? Right? And speaker A says, okay, I'll help you move if you do me a favor in return. Speaker B could say, sounds good. I promise I will help you out. I promise I'll help you out next time you need it. Okay, so this is using will in the moment to make a promise. Let's see. Sorry. Vladimir, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure on that. I might have to get back to you on that one. Amal, sounds good. I'll see you soon. Call me. Good answer. Yeah. Nawar, so you just busted out the future perfect tense, which is good too, using will, have, and a past participle. That's a little bit above this level, so I'm not going to get into that in this stream, but yes, that's a good sentence. Yeah. Okay, here, the next situation, speaker A is missing and speaker B says, yes, I can do that, no worries. So we want a request. Will you let me know when the timer on the oven goes off? For example, maybe you're cooking at home and you have to go into your room and study, so you ask your roommate this question. Will you let me know when the timer on the oven goes off? And your roommate says, yeah, no problem, I can do that. No worries. Okay. So I hope you guys are feeling a little bit better with will. Just remember that will, when we're talking about like plans for the future, it's more so for plans that happen in the moment. Like you're talking to someone and a plan just happens in that moment. Okay. Amal, will you pick me up from school today? Good request. Good request. Okay, I'm going back to Smrt. And now we're going to talk about be going to and present continuous. Okay? So as you can see, the title here, plans made before the moment of speaking. That's kind of also an important thing to understand. This is not in the moment speaking. This is things that you have thought about. Okay? So we do not use will for these meanings. Okay? But like I said, this is a very, very common mistake that speakers make. They use will for plans. Even native speakers probably do this, okay, sometimes. But of course, it's good to try and eliminate that mistake and do it correctly. All right, so be going to. Here are some examples. Barbara, welcome to the chat. Everyone is happy to have you with us. We're talking about the future. All right, so first sentence in Smrt. I think I'm going to watch a movie when I go home tonight. So this is something you've been considering. You've been thinking about it. Question form. Are you going to visit your family this weekend? Future. And next one. We are going to get married next year. Okay. So these are all things that you have thought about before the moment of speaking. Present continuous, also very commonly used for future plans. Okay, we are having lunch together tomorrow. Definite plan. When are you meeting Joe this afternoon? You know that the person is meeting Joe. You want to know when it's happening. I'm seeing a musical tonight with my friend. Okay, so be going to is normally used to explain our intentions about the future, like probably more of like a 70% sure that you're going to do this plan, okay? It probably will happen, but you maybe are not totally finished making all of the plans, okay? And yes, we do use reductions a lot in speaking. A lot. But if you're writing, you should avoid using reductions, especially with work emails or, you know, any situation that's a little more formal. If you're texting with your friends, we do reductions all the time. Yeah. Okay, so look at this sentence here. I'm going to see the movie sometime next week. Sometime next week. How solid does that sound to you? Hopefully it does not sound very solid, because there are still a lot of details this person needs to figure out. When, where, okay? So they need to make some more plans for that. Is she going to make a reservation? You are asking about somebody's intention. A negative sentence, we aren't going to do that next week. Okay, so oftentimes be going to and present continuous are both possible to use for future plans. The difference is present continuous emphasizes that an arrangement has been made, that details are set, okay? If you don't know what emphasizes means, it means it puts extra focus on something, okay? So extra focus that it's definitely happening. So the probability of a plan happening with present continuous is like 90%, whereas the probability with be going to, it's a little bit less, okay? Because you still have some details to figure out. Like, listen to the difference. I'm going to go to Europe sometime next year. And I'm going to Europe next month. Definitely the second sentence should sound a lot more definite. Hi, Ala. Welcome. Nizametin, yeah, highlights, emphasizes. That's right. That's good. Okay, take a look. I'm seeing a movie tonight with my friend. We're meeting at the theater at 6:50 p.m. So if you look at this sentence, I'm going to see a movie sometime next week. And then you look at this sentence, these sentences are much more definite with the present continuous, okay? We often include details with prepositional phrases, with my friend, at the theater, at 6:50 p.m. These are details that have been made, okay? So it really lets the listener know, okay, she's definitely going to the movie tonight. Next example, I'm flying to Thailand next week. I just got my ticket. Again, next week, okay? Prepositional phrase, extra detail. You have your ticket. It's definitely going to happen, okay? Theater, Gustavo, is another word for cinema, the movie theater. Vladimir, if you say I will go to Europe, it's only okay grammatically to say that if it's a prediction. For example, if I say, oh, my Oma is not doing so well, so I will probably go to Europe next year. This is a prediction, okay? But if I have a plan, I would say my Oma is not doing so well, I'm going to go to Europe next year. If I really have a plan, my Oma is not doing so well, I'm going to Europe next year. Definite. Exactly, Cameron. Yeah, the probability of your plan happening, 90% for present continuous, down to 70% more for be going to. Okay, if that helps you guys understand. Wang Tim, gonna, I would say, is really lazy. Like, she's gonna be mad. Gonna is pretty common. She's gonna be angry if you do that, or we're gonna be late if we don't hurry. So I would say more like G-U-N-A, gonna. But I am not suggesting that you use that because it's very lazy pronunciation. I recommend going to. I personally try to speak clearly because I think it's a good thing to speak clearly. Of course, when we're tired or, there are situations where you speak a little bit, lazily, but I think you should definitely try to have good pronunciation. You will still fit in, you're not going to sound strange. Maybe you could even try to slightly reduce it, but not too much, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to my document and think of some examples. So again, using be going to or present continuous are often, they're often both used, but it's the more set details for present continuous. So can you guys give me some examples for the document? Can you think about some of your plans? Okay, some of your plans. And good, Nawar, that's good to use will in your sentence because you're making a prediction. So that's great. And a good prediction, yeah. Rami, I will probably. This is for prediction, right? Probably is often used to make a really confident prediction. I will probably go to the gym later, but I'm not positive, not sure. So Gertie, I'm going to be. So Gertie, I'll put your example down for the present continuous because you are definitely doing that, and that's good to say. I'm going to be with my daughter. You might put on September 15th here in the sentence, and then to celebrate her birthday. But your sentence is correct as well. Good. And I'm going to Toronto next year. That's good. I'm seeing some definite plans, so I'm going to put them where they should be. Jev, it's going to rain. It will rain. Those are predictions. That's right. Yeah, for sure. Lolly, good sentence. I'm going to work tomorrow. And then you had a good sentence. My boss is counting on me. Counting on me equals relying on me. Okay, just to give you guys a definition. That's a good phrasal verb. Good. Let me just see here. Get my little dashes. What are some more? Majid, I'm receiving my brother at the airport tonight. So it's not really natural to say receiving. It's better to say I'm picking my brother up at the airport tonight. Okay, this is a common phrasal verb, picking up with the car, right? Or you could, if you're not taking a car, you could say I'm greeting. I'm greeting or welcoming my brother at the airport tonight. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting behind with your examples. Nawar, I'm going to paint my room tomorrow. Good, so we have an intention. We have an intention example. Good. You said I'm, going to paint my room tomorrow. Good. Gustavo, I'm going to clean the house tomorrow. Good. Imad, I'm going to the beach. I'm going, well, that would be present continuous. Let me put it down here. I'm going to the beach with my friends. Or with friends. That's good. You don't need mine. Perfect, Vladimir. I hope that's great to hear. Yeah. I mean, will is really commonly used, of course, but it's just important to not use it if you're talking about your plans. So I'm really happy if that helped you out today. That's good. Maria, I'm going to have an English class tomorrow. Good sentence. Farah, I'm going to learn more English vocabulary. Good, good. Cameron, I'm going to cook my dinner after watching the class. Awesome. Vieira, it's going to be raining after the event. Good. Prediction. This one's prediction. Pillar, I'm going to stay at home tomorrow because I have chores to do. Good. Chores mean jobs around the house, like cleaning and laundry, that kind of thing. Mohammed, I'm going to sleep. Okay, good. If that's true, hope you sleep well. Amal, you could say here, I thought that I would see my friends today, but I changed my mind. I'm going to see them tomorrow. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Vladimir, you're going to start a new life tomorrow. Well, that's exciting if it's true. Hi, Kelvin. Welcome. No problem if you're late. Okay, so yeah, just making sure also present continuous. Usually we include details because if we include details, then it's more definite, right? Whereas with be going to, usually we have less details because those details are yet to be figured out, right? So You know, I could say, I'm going to go to the mall sometime next week. Okay. They are going to move sometime in the near future. Okay, they don't know when, they still have a lot of details to figure out. So it's a pretty common trend that we see here, sometime with the time. Sometime next week, sometime next month, sometime next year, sometime in the near future. Hello, Dmitry from St. Petersburg, Russia. Welcome. We're talking about the future. Okay, let me go back to Smrt. Just a careful note with the difference in form. If your main verb is go and you're using be going to, you have to repeat go, right, as your main verb. If it's present continuous, it's just I am going, okay? So you don't repeat it. Look at here. We are going to go shopping after class. If you're sure this is happening, it's better to just say we are going shopping after class. This one. Okay. Negative, I am not going to go to the party. And again, a native speaker would probably reduce it and say, I'm not going to go to the party. I'm not going to go to the party. If you're really sure, it's easier to just say, I'm not going to the party. I have other plans. Or I'm not going to the party. I have to work. Definite. Question form. Are you going to go to the library today? Okay. You have to repeat go if it's your main verb and you're using be going to. Or you could ask, are you going to the library today? Okay, so just a difference in form if your main verb is go. Don't forget that. All right, let me see the chat. Imad, I'm going to do writing English exam on Tuesday. I will do some mess. I don't know what the second sentence means, but you would say, I am going to write my or an English exam on Tuesday. Or because you know it's definite, it might be better to use be going to. So I'll put your example here. I'm writing an English exam on Tuesday. Okay, because it's definitely happening. Imen, why we add sometime next week? Can we say I'm going to move in the near future? Yeah, definitely. It's not absolutely necessary to say sometime in the near future. Okay, but sometime in the near future versus they are going to move in the near future. If you delete sometime, then it sounds like they know when they are. They're just not saying it. But if you include sometime, then we understand they don't know exactly when. Okay. Amal, we are going to play football with friends next week. Good, good. But if you know with friends next week, it might be better in your case to say we are playing football with friends next week because it sounds like a definite plan. Nawar, people are going to destroy our only inhabited planet. This is good. It's a prediction, right? Be going to for prediction. Yeah. Oh, Michaeli. Sorry you had an internet problem. Hopefully you can watch those 3 minutes after. I'm going to study on Saturday is a great sentence. Ravenel, I'm going to Barcelona to see the Barcelona's match. Wow, that's exciting. Awesome. Okay. So, uncertainty. What does uncertainty mean? When we don't know for sure. When we are unsure about exactly what we're going to do, but we often make guesses, right? We often kind of talk about what we might do or what we may do. When we're using may or might in this context, there's no difference in meaning, okay? So, if your friend asks you, what are you doing tonight? I don't know. Usually we say, I might go to the gym, but I haven't decided yet, okay? Even this clause makes it very unsure, but I haven't decided yet. Are you going to Lucy's party on Friday? I might, but I have lots of homework to do, so I'm not so sure if it's a good idea. Okay, Rami, as a native English speaker, they're moving to Texas next week. They are going to move to Texas next week. I understand the exact same thing, but I think that saying they are going to move to Texas next week is more words than necessary, because they're moving to Texas next week is all you need to say for me to understand that it's definitely happening. They are both grammatically correct. They are both accepted. I understand the both from both sentences. I understand the same thing. But like I said, I think the second sentence just sounds like too many unnecessary words. You can just use present continuous. Yeah. Also, present continuous, it for future plans, the listener understands, okay, I don't need to question this. This is happening. It's definite. So it kind of avoids any miscommunication as well. Okay. So we have a little bit of time. We are going to do a few exercises, but so I don't actually have examples on this, but just good reminder, if you're not sure, use may or might. I will give you a note that always use a base verb after a modal. Okay, so may go, or might eat, or may drive, or might ask for, etc. Never ing after a modal verb, never ed, never s, anything like that. Okay? Noir, I hope that I'll visit Vancouver sometime. So, good, but that's also something we'll talk about next week. We are going to talk about future again a little bit more next week. When we say I hope, we use present simple, actually. For example, I hope to visit Vancouver sometime, right? You could say, I hope that I'll visit, I hope that I will get to visit Vancouver sometime, or I hope that I will have the opportunity to visit Vancouver sometime. It's good. Maria, good, I might change jobs, we say. Yeah, example, I might change jobs. Good. I may buy a new car. Awesome. They might order pizza. Lots of examples. Yeah. Okay, so 10 minutes. Let's take a look at an exercise so you guys can challenge yourself before you go. Sorry, future one. Exercise. Give me a moment and I will get it open for us. My Google Drive. Okay. Hi Mansoor, how are you? Hope all is well. We're going to do a couple exercises before we leave today. So here we are. The instructions, let me tell you the instructions. We might go to Niagara Falls next week. That's awesome. I used to go to, when I studied in university, my university was about 15 minutes away from Niagara Falls, so I got to go there quite often. Very beautiful landmark. Michaeli, I might go out with friends on Sunday, but I have a lot of things to study. Great sentence. Good. Okay, so the instructions. We need to focus on the situations given to us in orange, and then let's come up with some different responses using either will, be going to, present continuous, may or might. Okay? More than one answer is possible. Okay, so, oh, my big head is in the way. Let me get out of the way, but first of all, I can go over this way. Nope. Sorry, guys. Hold on. That's okay. The situation is someone just asked you about your plans for the weekend. Look at the sentence here. I am shopping with Marcella on Saturday. We need to use the verb go. What do you guys think is the best way to complete? I am going shopping. Vladimir, good job. I'm going shopping. We should use present continuous because we have details with Marcella on Saturday. Okay? It is not necessary to say I'm going to go shopping. You can, it's not wrong, but like I said, extra words that are not necessary. Good. Next. Situation is someone just got on the bus and is carrying a heavy bag. There are no free seats for the person to sit down. What could you say in this moment? You can sit here. We need to use the verb stand. You can sit here. Oh, sorry. What do you think? You can sit here. I'll stand. Good. I will or I'll stand. And great, Imad, this is an offer. Majid, we don't want to say I'm going to stand because it's not something we've thought about. It is in the moment and it's an offer. Yeah. Good. Let's continue. The next situation. You want to see a movie on Friday night, but you haven't made any plans yet. Someone has just asked you about your plans. What could you say using the verb go? So Ravanel, I am standing. It's not good to say that because it's not a definite plan. It's in the moment. Only I will stand. And yes, I might go see a movie. I might or I may go see a movie. We should not use be going to or will because it's definitely unsure. It would be a little bit contradictory to say, I'm going to see a movie, but I haven't decided anything yet. They don't match. So we do need to have unsure modal verbs. I might go, I may go, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided. Hopefully you understand that. We wouldn't want to use the grammar for plans. Ivan P, yeah, you can use be going to for that example, but like I said, you have details, better to use I'm going shopping. Next. Someone just spilled coffee on their pants. In the moment. What could you say to them? Good. Don't worry, I'll get you a towel. Don't move, I'll get you a towel. Good. This is an offer in the moment. You could never know that someone would spill their coffee on their pants. Definitely an offer in the moment. Good job, you guys. Awesome. F, you want to know what your friend has decided to do tonight. So we need to ask a question. Don't forget inversion. Auxiliary verb before subject. What could we ask? Remy, not a good friend. What are you going to do tonight, Ravenel? What are you doing tonight? Good. These are both correct. If it were me, my native speaker opinion, I would ask, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight? However, doesn't matter. What are you going to do tonight is equally correct. Okay? Especially maybe if you guys were talking and your friend is telling you about some ideas they have for what they want to do, but they didn't decide. So maybe later in the day, you could ask them, well, okay, what are you going to do tonight then? What did you decide? Yeah. Both are correct, okay? Let's do a couple more. You want to ask someone to open the window as it is a little hot. What could you ask? So, Ravenel, good that you said that, because this is one thing that we can't do. We can't say may you. May is only for I or we. May I open the window? May we open the window? But never may you. We can only say will you, or would you, could you, can you, but never may you. And good. Will you please? Would you please? Good. Could you open the window? That's good. Will is not the only modal verb to make a request, of course. Can you open the window, please? Good. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice we have please here, so we would not have please twice. Yeah. Don't be sorry, Ravenel. It's really good that you said that, because it was a good teaching moment for everyone else. It's really good to remember that. So don't be sorry at all. It's totally good. Good that you did that. We learn from mistakes, right? All right, one more, because it's 4 o'clock. So you are unsure if you will buy a car because it's very expensive. So what could you say here? I a new car, but I'm not sure as it's a lot of money. Good, Lolly. I might or may buy. Of course, we could also say I am thinking about buying a new car, but I'm not sure. That's also something native speakers often say if they're not sure about something. I'm thinking about. Good. Good. All right, guys, that does it for today. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something or had good review on stuff you already knew. But yeah, so next week we will be talking a little bit more about the future, focusing a little more on making predictions, using the present simple as well in future. So yeah. So Imad, maybe in the future I can get into some pronunciation, but it's quite difficult for that when I can't hear you talking back. So a little bit difficult, but thank you all so much for being here and participating. Hope you have a great week. I am looking forward to my long weekend, and then Tuesday I'll be coming back to work and coming back to you guys. So yeah, have a great week. Have some fun, be safe, enjoy. And thank you, Gertie. So are you. I appreciate all of your kindness and positivity. That's awesome. And yeah, I'll sign off now. I'll put the thanks, Lolly. I'll put the document in the chat. Okay? Bye, everyone. Have a great week.